All properties of Halo Wars 2 belong to Microsoft 343 Industries and Creative Assembly. Please support their game.
Hey guys, Krims0nLink here, and I am bringing you a different kind of video this time. We're going to do some couple matches of Blitz, and instead of the normal kind of video where I just explain where everything's going on, I'll explain a few things, but I thought I'd tell you a few things about me and my life. So here we go. 2, 1, let's go. Obviously I'm red team this time, and one of my favorite things is to do in Blitz is to take zone 3 first. So that's where I'm going to go with these guys. I noticed off the bat that there's some energy that dropped down, so I'm going to get that first. Over in my corner, if you look, it's my dog. His name is Kai. Kai, say hi to everyone. He's a border collie mixed with a Labrador Retriever, as far as we know. Anyway, so as you can see, I captured. I normally go for C, but I guess because this time I went and got the energy. I saw the enemy was going for C, so I figured I would go ahead and go capture B. In Blitz, obviously, you want to capture all the zones, at least 2, to really gain points, and then you want to also get energy, because the energy lets you use your cards and gain more troops. It's kind of like a card game / regular video game. And it takes a whole lot of strategy to be able to actually get a good group. You have to know like what anti-air goes with air units, infantry, vehicle, those kind of things. Anyway, so I started doing these videos, and I'm also a Twitch user. I decided to start doing these things because I graduated college in 2013 with a degree in graphic design and illustration. 1 degree, but with 2 different concentrations. And I had not used it in 3.5, almost 4 years. And one of my friends, who's actually also a YouTuber, Yoko, he does Let's Plays as Mario. I will link his account under this video, so go check his videos out. He does a lot of retro games and stuff like that. Go check out his videos. Anyway, he started doing YouTube and stuff, and I got to thinking, it's a pretty good way to be able to use my degree. And so I decided, hey, I might as well start doing YouTube videos. I have some of the equipment. I just have to buy a few other things to really get a good grip on this kind of stuff. So I did. My wife and I went to Best Buy, and we got an Elgato HD 60 game capture card. I'm sure many of you are familiar with that. And got a Blue Yeti microphone, which is what I'm using to record the audio, and I got a webcam, a Logitech HD, I believe it's 920. It records up to 1080, but for most of these videos, I do 720. And I've got the Adobe CS6, so I use Premiere to create my videos. Anyway, so I started doing this stuff, and I'm really starting to enjoy it, and I love video games. I've played video games since I was a kid. So I thought it was natural, and seeing my friend do this and be a little bit successful, I was like, hey, I might as well join in the fray. And at some point, he and I are going to do some collaborative videos, so you'll have to check that out whenever we get those. He's coming to visit, I think, in a couple weeks or so maybe we can get some recording done then. But anyway, so I went to college, as a freshman. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I knew I was going to do something art related, but I thought, just graphic design and I like graphic design quite a bit, and so I thought it was natural that I just go ahead and start with that. And I took a few classes. Didn't really know what all graphic design entailed. Growing up, I was part of a Legend of Zelda forum, and so I would just post on there, and I would make signatures and profile pictures and stuff, and I thought that was more or less what graphic design was all about, and I was wrong. So I quickly found out it involved, photography, video editing, shooting video, pretty much everything that I wasn't 100% expecting it to be, I guess. But I really enjoyed it, and as the years went by, I got better with it. But I believe it was my sophomore year that I decided to add illustration to it, which more or less means creating handmade art. And I thought the two kind of go together. You can create some handmade art, upload it into the computer, edit it if you want to, and I thought I would use both degrees to kind of go hand in hand and create stuff. And so by my senior year, we had to do an art show. That was our last really big project, and I really enjoyed that. But and I actually sold a few pieces. But I got out of school with a graphic design degree, and I didn't really have a whole lot of prospects. And I was working at Kroger at the time, and I had been with them for quite a bit of time, and honestly I was kind of scared to do something with my degree. And so it took a while, and eventually I met my then girlfriend and fiance and now wife in Louisville, Kentucky. And from there we moved and we got married, and she really encouraged me to do something with my degree. But I was really out of practice, so I got a different job when I was in Louisville, Kentucky, and I still do that job, but I'm doing this stuff on the side too, and I really enjoy being able to create videos and actually use my own designs and have more control over my designs. Anyway, as you can see, we've almost got this wrapped up, but the blue team has come in to take all the zones. I'm really hoping to get that. I'm really wanting to get that Condor strike. It's basically a almost instant kill unit, but it looks like, oh, there's an opening here, so I'm gonna go get that quickly. Oh man, yellow teams look like they're going to B. There we go. That's what I needed, and bam. Time to take out some troops with this. Get this victory in hand. Like I said, this is pretty much an instant kill. Unit. We got both of these. They are trying really hard, sending everything they have just to prevent this win. And there we go. We got the victory. Anyway, like I said, this is our little guy. We got him about a year and a couple months ago, and his original name was Koi, Koi. At least that's how I'm assuming it's pronounced. My wife picked him up and we renamed him Kai. We have another dog that my mom and dad are currently taking care of. Long story. Let's get going. And he also has a Japanese name. We named him Kojiro, or Koji for short. And Kojiro is the name of the chicken during the big quest in Ocarina of Time. and then we just named Kai. A lot of people think that, or some people think that his name is based off of Supreme Kai or King Kai from Dragon Ball Z, but it's just another Japanese name, and we really like those kind of names. Anyway, with this match now, obviously I'm part of the whole blue team, green, and so we have 2 of the zones. Waiting for that. This is a lucky drop right here. Try to get, I'm telling you, with Blitz, try to get as much energy as you can. I've had many matches with friends. Oh, those. That aggravates me when other teams do that kind of stuff. Anyway, you want to try to get as much energy as possible because, as you can see underneath the little energy, the purple lettering, underneath there's a little point, decimal number, and at the higher that gets, the faster your energy racks up, and after every unit that you have is destroyed, that also adds energy. So you want to, my strategy usually is to try to set up camp in one zone while my friends or teammates are trying to take out the other zones, build up my army, so that whenever the inevitable fight for B goes on, I can send some troops as needed and still have some to defend my zone. And yeah, so it took about four years to really start using my degree, and so since I've started doing all this, I've created some logos and worked on videos and capturing videos, editing, and I really enjoy it. It's pretty much the first time since college that I actually feel like I'm more or less making a difference. I haven't felt like that in a long time. And don't get me wrong, like many of you probably know, starting on YouTube can be very difficult. And you gotta be willing to take the hits with the misses, or I guess you should say the misses with the hits, because you're trying to find the right curve, and I'm still in the process of trying to find the right parameters, for my videos, and figuring what people like and what people don't like. But there'll be a sweet spot at some point. I just don't know when that will be. So you see here, that glass beam, that thing can wreck if you have infantry units. We got this zone. We got all 3 zones now, so our points are going to rack up very quickly now. I want to use these archer missiles, but I want to be strategic with it. Use it when people don't expect it. Right there, try to get rid of that marauder. That was decent. But anyway, so I encourage all of you, when you go to college, if you do, and you get a degree, do not be discouraged if you don't get anything immediately. You need to have a game plan when you get out of school so that you can have success. You don't want to wait years and years like I have, because this is going to be a very long process for me to be able to even make something of myself. I still have a full-time job, but if you want something like this to be a full-time job for you, it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of time. But if you're fresh out of college and you have a job, that's great. That's great. I wish that for everyone, especially if you have a lot of college debt. It helps out a lot. But if you don't, do not be discouraged about it, because the right opportunity will come around. You just have to be diligent. You have to be willing to put in the time to put in applications. Don't be lazy. I've been lazy for a lot of these 4 years, but I'm finally doing something I enjoy. But anyway, I have had a lot of losses. I just chose to do a couple of quick quick ones. Anyway, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe to me. Leave a comment. I like comments. Anyway, this is Krims0nLink, and I will see you later.